Alright guys, today we're looking at a game called OnRush. It's from the makers of Motorstorm, and I'm really excited for this one. This is a mashup of basically Motorstorm taken with an arcade racer with some mechanics of Burnout, and I'm really excited to play this. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a recce is the gaming tech. Gaming techie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
Alright guys, so here we are with OnRush. I wanted to show you guys some of the game, what's on here and what's going on with this game before we dive into some of the gameplay. So you can see here that on the main menu here, there is Superstar, which is their quote-unquote story mode, which is just a bunch of events that you're doing, going through all the different modes and all the different tracks. Quick play is you can, obviously quick play online. Ranked is coming soon, they say. And custom mode lets you literally customize anything to play. You can choose the track, the season. Obviously, you can go through all 4 seasons, the start time, morning, and all that stuff. Like I said, they have 12 different tracks in the game, which is good. The track length, how you want it to go. A lot of different options that you can change on here and exactly how you want to play. Now, you have a daily challenge award that you can always complete, like a daily challenge to get yourself more credits. You can see here on the bottom right the crates that we have and the credits that we have. You cannot buy any of this with in-game money. With actual money. It's all in-game money and it's all cosmetic stuff related. Basically what it is you can either choose, you can get crates either by leveling up or stuff like that. You can also buy crates with your credits, and it's obviously a randomized drop. If you don't want to do that and you want to save your credits, you can also just buy the item that you want. So if we come into here and click on gear, and you can see the special offers that are running on here, you can see this is what's running here for the next day. It will tell you exactly what it is and the amount of items, the amount of credits that it costs. You obviously get credits just by playing the game. And that is how much credits that it costs to get that exact one, so you can get it that way. Or you can just go through a crate. Let's open one up here now so you guys can see it. And you'll get a random item, depending on what it may be. And I'll tell you what else. So you can see it's all common. Let's go ahead and open another one. Let's just go ahead and open the 3 that we have here. Give you guys an idea on what kind of stuff is in here. So we did get a rare item that time. And for the last crate, another rare item and another rare item. So you can see there how that goes. So now we got the crates there. So now you can come in here and personalize. You can go into your vehicles. So if I were to come in here and change this, you can see here are some of the things we unlocked. We can customize the look of them. For the vehicles, you can come into the characters. And you can customize your character with certain outfits and different types of celebrations that they may have, and different tricks that they could do while they're on the bike. You can also customize like your sign here for your tombstone, and the crash tags is like the tag people see when you take them out, so you can see all here. A lot of these crash tags you get by doing certain things. You can see here win 15 events with Brooke. All these are, you can get them in different ways that it tells you there how to unlock them. On an Xbox One X, which is what we're playing on, you can obviously come into the graphics. You got prioritized frame rate, or you can go and do prioritized resolution. We're doing prioritized frame rate because it runs at a lock 60 frames a second when you do it that way. And that's basically what the main menu is, as far as the options that you have on here. And so they have tips and tricks here. You can go through some of the videos here to give you some ideas on what you should be doing. Now, as far as the game goes, before we get into the gameplay, like I said, there's 12 maps in the game, 4 different modes. I'm gonna try to show you the 4 modes and give you guys an idea on what each is like, and then we'll come back and do my final thoughts. So let's go ahead and get into one of those modes now. All right, so here we are in the events. It's not really a story. I say it's a story, but it's not a story. It's more like you're doing events and stuff. It's not like there's some grand story going on here or anything. But you can see here the origins. And you can play all of these co-op with your friends. So we're going to do the first one.
Overdrive is OnRush distilled to its purest form. Drive with style and aggression. Take down your rivals, get huge air, and take risks to earn boost. Then burn it off to add points to your team. The winning team will be those that can earn and spend boost the fastest. Get familiar with each ride's unique abilities, because making the most of them could be the difference between winning or kicking yourself when you get beaten to the punch. Word to the wise, The best drivers can chain those boosts together to earn points like a round-stealing grandmaster.
Alright guys, so here we are with the first event in the story mode / event mode. Superstar here. So this is the rush mode, as you saw. So we are trying to get as much big air, get as many takedowns to refill our gauge here, as you can see. Got that guy. See ya. Got him. You want to use as much as your actual rush that I'm using right now as possible, because that's going to refill your. You see the points going up on the top here. For our team, we can see that we're winning 4,000 or about 3,200. So the more rush you use on your teammate, the more points you get for your team. And like I said, the way you get it is by getting air and getting takedowns. You know, doing some spins in the air if you get a chance to do that. This guy's trying to knock me out right now. I almost did too. Get on my face. So you can see we got round 1. And those people you see there are minions as well. I call them minions, but you know, they're not supposed to actually, they're not going to fight back at you basically. They're just, you know, there to help you out. And there's a big air. And this is our super. Just so I can show you guys what that's like. If I was actually playing correctly, I wouldn't have used it that close because there was nobody close to me to actually hit it. So the reason that you would want to hit these guys here on the bikes and stuff that are not actually on a team, because you know they give you boosts because they're taking somebody down, but they don't fight back or anything. They're just there to give you boosts and give you someone to knock out like him right there. This game's a hell of a lot of fun with online multiplayer and getting your friends around. This reminds me of a lot of Burnout. See, we're pretty behind in this round right now. We need to get some takedowns. See if I can grab a couple here. Got stave. Thought I would have had that guy. Alright. Got one of them. I just didn't take that too high. Oh, we caught up. We took that last second. Obviously, this is the first match of the Superstar mode, so it's going to be obviously easier. Unlocking an achievement as well. So that is a look of what Rush is like. Like I said, there's 4 different modes in this game. It's cool that it does this at the end here. We didn't get to see this in the beta. That, gives you a view of who did what on every round. Kind of points everyone out on the team. That's nice. And there's the crates we were talking about. So you unlock crates just by leveling up, and that's how you get the crates. And then you also get the points where you can actually use it to unlock the exact item you want. As far as I saw, there was no way to actually purchase any of this with actual real money. It's all earned through gameplay and it's all cosmetic stuff. Main appeal to this game, though, and the reason you would want to play this game is obviously online. So let's go ahead and hop into that now. Countdown is the second mode of the game we're going to be playing. So basically how this one works is you drive through gates, and now we have the ability to unlock any of the ones that, all of them have their own ability. I've been liking the Interceptor. You can see the ability there. I like his because the rush meter gets to fill just by taking down people. So that gives, it gives you a lot of fun to obviously take down other people, and that's how your rush gauge fills. So I like that. So I've been using him for a while now. So you can see here the teams that we're going to be playing.
drive through gates to earn time for your team.
So basically, like you heard, is that there's 4 members on our team. We're gonna drive through the gates, and that driving through the gate extends your time for your team. If your time ever gets to 0, then you lose, and you'll see that here in a minute. But obviously, you're obviously gonna be trying to take people out, so they can't get through those gates on the opposite team. So they can't get those, you know, keep the time going. So here we go. So you see here we're on the blue team. And I think I might have misspoken before that I said it was 4v4. If I did say that, that's my bad. It's 6v6. Oh wow, that was terrible. It's cool that it lets you, obviously you can switch your vehicle at any time throughout the match if you want to go through a different strategy. You can see here there's the gate, and you can see that our time is at 17 seconds, 16, so it keeps going down. And everybody who obviously drives through it, you know, gets your score out. This guy just killed me. So obviously we're playing here with an online match. The good thing about this game too is if you don't think you're like that amazing at all times, or you're afraid because you know you're just not very good at racing games sometimes. One thing that I do like about this game is if you do get knocked out and you do get far behind, the game's just gonna put you back in the in the heat of the moment. So I don't know if you'll see that. We'll see if I end up getting killed at some point, and you'll see that it will push me forward, which is nice because if you won't ever be far from the action, you'll always be in the heat of the action, which is really nice. So you see there we won round 1. I don't know why I just missed that gate completely, but that's fine. You can see how neck and neck it is right now, 18 to 19. How close those seconds are. What we need to do is get up here and knock these 2 guys out that are obviously getting all the gates first. There's 2 people in front of me. No, there's three of them in front of me that are all getting the gates. I feel like I'm the only one on my team up here too. Oh wait. Oh, never mind. My team's up there. Okay. I didn't see them that whole time. I think we're gonna lose this round. Somebody's ability on the other team is to drop those. It gives everybody on the team a speed boost when they go through them, but for us, who are not supposed to go through them, you can see it's damaging my vehicle. Let's see if we can get to the front of the pack here and use our rush ability and see if we can knock some people out. Nice air there. We almost got close to one of them here. Hold on. Got him.
Rampage.
Even though he definitely got killed on this round. My teammates were nowhere to be found on this one. Yeah, that didn't go so well that round. So you can see how I got 34 gates. I was right in the middle of the pack here as far as MVP standings. So we lost. It's obviously best of 3 when you play these matches. Hey, look at us, right on the board. I'm the one on the team who had the longest streak with 7. All right. Good to see me on the board there. So you see you get XP, you level up, you get coins there. We got 2 crates now, 2 gear crates, so we'll take a look at those. Alright guys, so now we're playing Switch here.
3 switches and 3 vehicles.
Get ready!
Alright, so this one we actually have to take out the opponents to make them switch vehicles. So let's see what we can do here and show you guys some of this. Oh, we almost got rocked. And as you can see, everyone goes on motorcycles here. There's no cars. And I got rocked. So you start off on motorcycles and see how this is going up. Now you got to choose a vehicle between these two. So you're going 2, 2, 2, and 2, and then when you get to the end, you'll see what happens here. So you got to try to last as long as possible in that class of vehicle. Everyone's trying to, all the opponents are trying to get you to get the hell out of that switch. So that's why it's called switch. So you can switch to another class. Once you go through all the classes, then that's a problem. If I had more boost, I could knock this guy. He was trying real hard too. Oh my god, I almost ran right into that. Oh no, I crashed on my own. That was terrible. So this really lets you have a feel for the classes, because you have to know your classes well and see what their abilities do, because each class, like I said, has their own style and their own way of playing. And when you get to a mode like this where you have to use them, it's something you guys definitely need to practice with. See if we can get up to orange here and use our rush. Alright, we didn't even need to. So you can see what that mode is like. You win because we obviously we got all the rest of the team out and they switched to the end of their vehicles and they all, you know, kind of like almost like they died. You know, they crashed all their vehicles, so they couldn't go anymore. So switch is definitely an interesting mode. I like it because it makes people use all the cars and lets people, you know, the people who have skill and realize how to use their vehicles are, you know, gonna win out. It's a lot of fun. I really like this mode. Alright guys, so, and I'm going to show you one last one here offline just so we know we get this mode as opposed to just going online and just randomly getting a match. So we've done the switch, you just saw what the switch was, countdown we've done, and overdrive we've done. I want to show you guys lockdown. So this one's all about controlling the zone to earn points for your team. You'll see how that happens here in a minute. Alright, here we go with lockdown. So you see the zone here. We're trying to capture that zone. And that didn't work out for us. Got wrecked.
Try harder.
Well, everyone's still going after this zone right now. To kick all the other people out of the other team out of the zone. Get out of here, buddy. You need to get them all out of the zone so you can be in there. You just lost that zone. Next one's up there. Let's see what we can do here.
Ladies and gentlemen.
See if I can get up here. Don't hit it. 4, 3, 2. Oh, we got a guy in the blue behind us. I'm sorry. No. Oh my god.
We have a problem.
Get these guys out of this circle. Get out of here.
Zone captured.
There we go. You can see how challenging this mode could be. But also you can see how much teamwork, if you got a good team going with this, imagine the teamwork that you can pull with this. Someone landed right on top of me. Terrible. We get that one back. Get out of here.
Zone captured.
We're not doing so well right now. We did get the zone though.
Oh, they need a new strategy.
We're just gonna miss them, that's unfortunate. Fall right into the water. This game may look easy, but it ain't. There's a lot of chaos going on and a lot of smacking at each other on these vehicles, but it's a hell of a lot of fun to do.
Zone lost. Zone lost.
Okay, so we just lost that. We're not doing very well, 2-5. If I had more boost, I could have knocked this guy out, but I just got wrecked! He sent me flying and then he stomped right on top of me with that lucky jump.
Keep them in sight.
Well, that didn't show off our skill, but that at least showed you guys what the mode is like, but that was pretty bad. As far as, like, being really good, this is probably the most challenging out of all the modes. The other ones that I showed you are obviously a little bit easier to get it. Like, these are all easy to get into. This is just harder to win. It takes a lot of, you know, practice and a good team and stuff. But all these modes are pretty fun to play. Obviously, I have, you know, ones that I like more than others, but... Alright guys, so let's basically look into OnRush and the 4 different modes that we played in the game. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to tell you guys about what I think about the graphics, the sound, the game modes, and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and get into my final thoughts on this game and my review on OnRush on the Xbox One, Xbox One X, and the PS4. Alright guys, so that was a look at OnRush. So we're going to get into my thoughts here about the game and if it's something that I recommend to you guys. So first up are obviously the graphics. As you can see for yourselves in the video, the graphics are really, really well done. I really like the graphics that they are showcasing in this game. As far as the track design goes, that's really good as well. A lot of variety in the tracks, you know, across beaches, industrial designs, all those sort of things. They're really well designed. There's a lot of like explosions and stuff like that, and when you hit somebody, that looks really good with the replays and stuff that you see during the game. And all that stuff looks really, really good. So I think the graphics are really top-notch, and they did a really good job with it. It looks even better, of course, if you're using a 4K TV with an Xbox One X. I did try it on a 4K TV, and it looks even better than what you guys can see in this video. It looks really good. Obviously, if you do that, then obviously you're going to suffer a little bit with the frame rate. So it's up to you if you want to get like 30 to 40-ish. on 4K resolution, or if you want to lean towards the performance and get almost a lock 60 basically throughout the experience. So those two options are available for Xbox One X users. So it looks really, really good. As far as the sound of music and stuff like that, the music is good. It's not something that obviously I would listen to outside of the game, but it works for the flow of the game. And I wasn't hating it while I was playing the game or anything. It worked, and you guys heard it as well. It works for what it was. The sound of you hitting the cars and the destruction and all that stuff all sound good, of course, and all the sound effects of the game all sound good. The explosions sound good. All the other things sound really good in the game. Just the music was okay for me. Nothing I would listen to outside the game, but it isn't bad by any means. Of course, when it comes to gameplay, there's 4 different modes. As you saw the 4 that we played there in the video. So the 4 that are in there are Countdown, Lockdown, Rush, and Switch. So obviously, Countdown is the one that you go through the gates, as you saw there. Lockdown is the one that you have to lock down the moving target that you're going with your team. And Rush is obviously one of the core game modes on there, which is you trying to rush as much as possible and using your boost to try and get as much points as fast as possible before the other team. And Switch is a really cool mode where you have to rotate through different cars, and you have to last as long as possible, because if you get into the 4 tier of cars, then you're out of the round completely, and you're trying to be the last one standing as a team. Obviously, this game is all about teamwork, and it's all about team. There's no such thing as racing. Just point to point A to point B. So you're not going to see any regular races. You're not even going to see a finish line in any of the races, because there is no finish line. This is very team oriented, and it's a very fresh take on an arcade racer where it's all about teamwork, and all the modes are based around teamwork, which is what I really like about it. But if you're looking for just a straight arcade racer where it's point A to point B, that's not what this is. And obviously you can see that from the gameplay. Those 4 modes are what it is. There's currently no racing from point A to point B in this game whatsoever. Obviously, you can do custom matches as well. Besides those 4 modes online that you see with Quick Play, you can do custom matches offline with either yourself against the AI or with your friends that you can invite into co-op. And you can change, the tracks. There's 12 tracks in the game. All the 4 modes are in there. The time of day you can change. The season you can even change. So a lot of different variety in just the 12 tracks that are in there based on the time of day and the season and all that stuff. And they do a really good job with that. And the stories / events that you're doing that I showed you guys a little bit there, you can obviously run that all through co-op as well, or you can do it by yourself with the AI. So that's there for you guys as well. But obviously the meat of the game is obviously in the multiplayer. If you're not going to play any of the multiplayer, you're just going to play the single player, sure, you can do like the events and stuff with co-op with your friends. But I still think the multiplayer is what this game is geared for. So if you're not going to play with any friends at all, even in co-op, and you're just going to do this in single player, I'm not sure how much mileage you're going to get out of this game if you're just playing the AI the whole time. So there's that. Obviously, we talked about it a little bit during the video, but the story mode, obviously, with the crates, you unlock that as you level up and stuff like that. You get crates randomly. There's no buying it with real money. And you also get the coins in the game that you can actually, instead of just buying the crates where you get randomized drops, you can go and buy something specifically, in the store that you're looking for, whether it be, a new piece of gear or whatever it may be for the game. You can use those coins to specifically buy what you're looking for instead of relying on the random loot box to get it for yourself. Now, as far as the fun factor goes, I think you guys can hear it, and you heard it during the gameplay. I have a lot of fun with this game. There's not many games out there that's an arcade racer that meshes like what I felt with Motorstorm and what I feel with Burnout, meshes that together, and it looks really good. And, is a lot of fun to play, but even more so is that this is a team-based game, like I said. There's a lot of games out there that try to mimic the Burnout Motorstorm vibe, but they just do racing. There's not like that team-oriented gameplay, and this is a really fresh take on it. The modes are, something different in the racing genre that isn't always done, so I'm having a lot of fun with it. And I think if they keep updating it like the company says that they will, with new tracks and new vehicles and stuff like that, I think the game will have a lot of long-term features and new modes that they said that it's always going to be updated within the game, and new cosmetics to add into it. So if they keep doing that, I think they have a really good game here on their hands. Obviously, all the cars, as you saw, are really cool because they're all individual. Everyone has their own take on it. Some of them are depending on what their ability is with their super and stuff like that, they all have their own. So they all feel very differently from each other. Some of the boosts that you earn in one of the cars like I was using is if you take people out, other people get their boost by, getting right next to cars but not actually hitting them and just getting really close. Other people get it by doing barrel rolls in the middle of the air. So there's a lot of that going on and a lot of different abilities that you can use for the cars, and everyone will probably find one that they actually like gearing towards. So a lot of good variety in the actual cars as well. So As you guys can hear, I really like this game as long as you know what you're getting yourself into. It's obviously an arcade racer with, you know, Burnout and Motorstorm vibe to it. If you're looking for just a racing game, this is probably not for you, as you can see in the gameplay that I showed you guys. But if you're looking for a fresh take on the arcade racing, you're good with co-oping with friends, or just playing, you know, online against people, and you see what you like what you saw there, I think this is a really fun game that is not something that, you know, comes around very often with as far as team gameplay and stuff. So I think you guys will really like it. If you guys have any questions for anything that I may have missed, or anything you guys want to know about this game, of course, leave it down below. If not, thank you guys for watching. Until next time.
Tech, gaming techie is the gaming tech, gaming techie, gaming tech.